Hey kids, and welcome to the show. Today I want to talk to you guys about a little mistake I made, and that was giving my kids advice that I'm literally angry at Joe Biden for doing. So today I'll be talking to you guys about fighting and what we need to tell our kids about fighting. There are bullies, there are always going to be bullies. And in this world right now, we have bullies that happen to be members of this tribe of people that want to hurt us. And we're always going to have people that are in charge. There are two ways to end a fight. Any fight you get into, there are two ways to end it. And that's what I told my kids today. There are two ways to end any fight. One is by hurting the other person, and two is by walking away. And I would prefer you to walk away. That's our philosophy. We must be strong, we must be fit, we must be ready. But ultimately, we have to be willing to walk away. And I look at what President Biden has done in Afghanistan, and he has walked away. Like I said, you can either hurt someone or you can walk away. Those are two ways to get out of a fight. Unfortunately, we're the ones that got hurt this time. There are thousands of people without homes now. There are orphans. Just because we haven't learned that to walk away and to disagree another day is a better option than violence. So I tell my kids, be ready, be fit, protect yourself, protect people that are weaker than you. Don't be a bully. There are two ways to end a fight. You hurt somebody else or you walk away. I always want you to choose to walk away, but don't let yourself get hurt by doing that. This is a tough concept to teach children when you don't want to see violence in the world, and yet sometimes violence has to happen. We don't tolerate it, but sometimes the only way to end violence is with violence. And that is the saddest state of affairs that we have in our world. There's going to come a time when we have to make decisions and what lines to draw in the sand. I've been speaking to my beautiful wife lately about these lines in the sand and the things, the hills that we will die on with the censorship and all that other stuff. There are a few hills I'll die on. One of them is supporting my brothers and sisters in arms. One of them is my pro-life approach, where every living being is important from the womb to the tomb, and there's no exceptions. I actually disagree with the far right on this because they think death penalty is okay. I'm not for that. It's a hard place to be when you're a person of peace and of love, and you know that to protect those that are weak, sometimes ugliness has to come forward. Let the people that are trained to be ugly, and let us love. Let us share that love with others, because at the end of the day, those people that are in charge right now, they'll be gone, and it'll be a whole another crop of corrupt and evil people. But we'll still be here with our communities and our families. So what are the lines that you will draw in the sand? I won't draw a line for masks. I won't draw a line for mandatory vaccinations. I won't draw a line for these things. But when it comes to children being mistreated, there has to be a line that no one will be allowed to cross. And there are a lot of orphans today. So we need to pray. We need to pray hard for the men, the women, the children, and everything in between. There are so many people affected by this around the entire world. Our allies, Australia, Great Britain, and the people of Afghanistan. People are people, regardless of what color their skin is or what land they call their home. War brings death. We can't live in a world where death is the culture. We need it. We need a culture of life. So, if you like what I'm saying, and even if you disagree with me, if you at least respect this idea, I'd love a like, a follow. Most off, if you disagree with me, I'd love a comment, because I would love to be wrong. But right now we're in a place where our world is hurting. And the only answer is for us to be positive in a world where it's so hard to be positive. I choose love. I choose love over hate, of tribes, of political leanings, of religion. I just choose love. I want you to have a chance to be happy. But more so, I want you to have a chance to experience joy. And if you listened to me before, there's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is temporary. Happiness is when your football team wins the Super Bowl. Joy is when you hold that kid up for the first time. I'm a Saints fan. And that Super Bowl trophy was amazing. It was a happy moment. And when Drew Brees lifted that trophy into the air, it was awesome. That was happiness. The way Mr. Brees looked at his son that was on his shoulder, that was joy. Until next time, work hard, be kind, and have fun.